Hi, thanks for joining me. And I thought I would continue on from my last video, basically a bit of a follow-up video about taking care of our well-being. Um, so have you ever felt disconnected from yourself? Like you're just going through the motions of life and you feel like, what the hell is wrong with me? You feel kind of broken because for some reason or you you feel like you don't fit in. You don't fit in. Like, how is this normal? The way that we're living in society, the way that everyone is just moving so fast and almost like zombies, like we're just going through the motions of life without actually taking the time to slow down or even just breathing. Something as simple as that. So I guess it is a follow-up video from my last one, because in this video I would just like to point out maybe some of the signs of disconnection from self, but also some strategies and solutions to connecting to self. How can we go from disconnection to connection to self in a society or a world that is increasingly designed to basically distract and keep us away from ourselves, keep us too busy to actually work out what it is that we would like to do for ourselves. And we wonder why we feel so tired, why we feel so exhausted. And I mean, I personally believe it's because we are living in a society that is just, it's not set up for our well-being. It just simply isn't. And it's up to us to choose ourselves. It's up to us to kind of custom design our lifestyle and the way that we would like to live. Because if we're taking our cues from out there, if we're taking our cues from how everybody else is living, then, well, it's no wonder we feel so disconnected from ourselves. So I guess the signs of feeling disconnected from ourselves, the signs that we are disconnected from ourselves, is we feel it in our body, of course. Really, there's no way for us not to really know. But if we just keep pushing it down, or if we just keep ignoring it, it just becomes normalized. It just becomes normalized for us to feel such tension in our bodies, for us to feel like we can't actually take a deep breath, like an actual full deep breath into our lungs, into the deepest part of our lungs. Shallow breathing becomes normalized. Rushing around becomes normalized. Not having any time becomes normalized. But yeah, it's listening to our bodies. We feel it in the brain fog. We feel it in the exhaustion, like the utter exhaustion, right down to our bones. We feel it, like I said, in the aches and pains, in the gastrointestinal issues that we have, whatever like health conditions and complaints that we have, the persistent health complaints, pain, chronic pain, inflammation, our skin, it comes out in our skin. So there are so many ways in which that disconnection from ourselves is prevalent, and the signs are there. We feel despondent, we feel depressed, we basically feel numb. It's like we don't really feel anything at all. So there's some of the signs. So the ways that we come back to ourselves is through simplicity, the simple acts. I mean, I am a big advocate for simplicity, living a simple life, back to basics, simple ways of living. So just slowing down, breathing, spending time in nature. being around animals, just doing the things that we enjoy. It doesn't have to be some big grand adventure. We don't need to run off into the mountains. I mean, if we choose to do that, then sure, why not? But it's not as if we need to do that in order to feel connected to ourselves. We can do it through very simple, everyday routines. Just taking a moment to pause, taking a deep breath, like I said, spending time in nature, being around animals, doing the things that we enjoy, the hobbies that we enjoy. So it's not rocket science, I guess. I'm not telling you something that you probably don't already know, but it's just a reminder that if you feel disconnected, if you feel lost from yourself, all these signs and symptoms that you may be having, doesn't mean that all is lost. You can come back. There is always a way back to yourself. So that's my message for you today. Even though it may feel like all is lost sometimes, it's not. Just bring it back to basics. How can we lead a simple life and feel like we are actually, like, truly connected to ourselves every day, in alignment every day, alignment with our higher self? There is always hope. There is always another day, and you are not broken. Have a lovely day.